Welcome to the Afia Sports Show on Afia TV. And it's really wonderful to be here talking about the world of sports. I remain your humble host, CC the Rabbi. Don't ask me what that means. I always talk about that, but it's good to be here right now. We have a lot of talk in the world of sports, a lot that's been going on this week. And also this weekend, we're going to have an enjoyable package right from Metro, that is the NPFL. And then we're going straight to Europe because so much is going to happen right now, especially, I'm sure you're waiting for that, the Manchester Derby. Manchester City, 1 win in 10 games. We don't know what's going to happen to Pep Guardiola. I don't know whether he's going to get bolder than he already is, but all the same, we're going to watch and see how it's going to pan out. Etihad Stadium is the stadium, but charity always begins at home. That's why we start with the NPFL. And we're not going to do this alone because we have some guests in the house, but starting with the main guest, or should I call him the co-host, the divinator himself, Divine. Okay.
Good to have. Thank you. It's good to be in the building.
Yes, really wonderful. And then we also have some wonderful guests that are here. We're going to be talking with them, people who are going to be representing the Uche Agbo football Fiesta that's coming up tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So we have 2 coaches. I used to be a coach. Don't ask me what kind of coach. Don't ask me. Well, I used to be a coach, but all the same, I welcome you, Coach Michael, Coach Kanu. Yeah. Good to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Right. Thank you very much. So we're going to be talking first of all about the NPFL. We'll go discuss the NPFL and then we'll go to this tournament because we always talk about charity beginning at home. And the reality on ground is that we want to see the best talents showcase their abilities here. 4 very, very important teams, 4 very dynamic teams are going to be playing by tomorrow. But stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. We will be talking about that once we begin with the NPFL, the Nigerian Premier Football League. And match week 17 kicks off this weekend. We're going to see the table in just a few seconds, the NPFL table, where we have at the top of the log, Remo Stars and then Rivers United. Yeah, we have them. The fixtures, first of all. Okay. The league table, beginning with Remo Stars. Remo Stars, who have been very, very consistent, 29 points. And the Rivers United FC are just behind them on goal difference with the same number of points. And Rangers International, the Flying Antelopes, our very own darling club, are 3rd on the log. You have Ikorodu City FC, who are the Oga Boys, doing a fantastic job there. And they are 4th on the log. 3SC, that is Shooting Stars of Ibadan, are 5th. El Kanemi Warriors 6th. And then Aimba FC, who have games in hand. Let's not forget, they have games in hand, 2 games in hand, one of which is going to be postponed, which will be played actually. That game that's meant to be played this weekend against Nasarawa United will be played on Thursday next week, the 19th of December. It's been confirmed. So for now, Aimba FC, the People's Elephant are 7th, and Kano Pillars same as Shigida are 8th on the log. Niger Tornadoes are 9th, and Bayelsa United are 10th. Abia Warriors are sitting down there pretty in 11th position. Kwara United FC are 12th, and then Heartland FC, funnily enough, I think that's one of the surprise packages so far for the season because of what happened and what transpired. But that's what happens when you have a very good coach in Emmanuel Munike. So, Heartland FC, the Nazi Millionaires are 13th on the log. Katsina United are 14th. And then Plateau United FC are 15th on the log. And then Nassau United FC are 16th. Sunshine Stars are 17th. Then Bendel Insurance, Akpa United, and Lobby Stars. Of course, you're looking at some teams that are there from Sunshine Stars to Bendel Insurance, Akpa United, and Lobby Stars, who are having crisis right now from the Benue State House of Assembly, who are threatening them. Let me rephrase that word. Not threatening, but giving them an ultimatum to win the next 3 games. Otherwise, the entire technical board gets sacked out of the position, out of where they are. So that's the league table. So let's look at the fixtures for this weekend in the NPFL. The fixtures are there. And we have Lobby Stars who will be kicking off proceedings by 3 p.m. today, Saturday, the 14th of December, 2024. So they will be playing against Plateau United. That is, of course, a North Central derby that will be playing there. And then 3SC will be playing Kano Pillars by 5:30 p.m. And that's that for the Saturday fixtures. On Sunday, we're going to have El Kanemi Warriors playing against Abia Warriors. So the Battle of Warriors. This was the same fixture that that's the Federation's Cup, President's Cup, ITO Cup final that made that's El Kanemi Warriors gain the opportunity and then get the cup themselves and against Rangers. Yeah. So you have them, El Kanemi Warriors, and then you have Niger Tornadoes up against Sunshine Stars. Katsina United up against Rangers, Enugu Rangers, our darling Flying Antelopes. Heartland FC will be playing Bendel Insurance, and Rivers United will be coming up against Kwara United, the Battle of the Uniteds. Yet another United is Bayelsa United and Aqua United. That is the South-South derby. And then Ikorodu City up against Remo Stars is the late kickoff on Sunday, and that's the Southwestern derby. And then, of course, the game that we talked about, the game that was postponed, Eimba up against Nasarawa United by 4 p.m. on Thursday, December the 19th, 2024. That wraps up match day 617. So we're going straight to the NPFL. It's been a very, very important league. I don't know, Divine. I've always said this time without number that if you look at the NPFL, the NPFL is one of the most competitive leagues in world football. Yeah. You can argue with your keypad or you can go to court. Whatever you choose to do, the reality on ground is that the NPFL dishes up so many wonderful results week in, week out. And I don't think there's going to be any difference this weekend rather. But what are your thoughts? Beginning with you, Divine, and I'll also want to get maybe one or two thoughts from our dear guests, the coaches here, because they are coaches. They definitely know one or two things about the NPFL. Yeah. So what are your thoughts about this week so far? How has the NPFL been so far? And what are the standout fixtures for this weekend? Match week 17.
You actually mentioned the standout fixture. The Battle of the Uniteds. Okay. That's why when you said, I was like, okay. You actually were observant. And then, of course, our dear old Rangers, we always have to have them in mind, because they are the one representing us, the Antelopes, the Flying Antelopes who never say die. This time they are going away from home. Well, one thing is, it's almost like a trophy when you go outside your home and maybe you win or you get a draw. It's almost like you've actually gotten all you needed. But, we just hope, they get a win here because, we never say die. We stay positive. We support them. That's that. Then, the Battle of the Uniteds. Okay.
Which of them?
The Kwara United and, what's the name?
Kwara United should be playing against, Kwara United are playing, let me just verify that. Okay. Back to so we can see the Kwara United are going to be playing away at Rivers United. That's Finidi George, Rivers United.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That it was because of Finidi George that I actually laid emphasis on that game. So let's see how he does since he has been removed from, as the technical director of the Nigerian Super Eagles. So let's see how high his head will keep being, or let's know if there will be a fluctuation based on that. So, that's that. Then, as someone who is from Abia State, I'm talking about Enyimba the elephants. Okay, so let's see how that goes. For me, these three are actually my standout fixtures personally for me. I don't know about others.
That's why I'm going to bring in our guests today. Two men are wearing two wonderful jerseys. I have to just take two men are wearing wonderful jerseys, coaches in their own right. And let me begin with, for obvious reasons best known to me, let me begin with Coach Kano. Coach Kano, it's really, when we talk about the NPFL, it has been very, very dynamic. Yeah. And one thing is certain, I don't know, I take my time to analyze the league every season. I remember the time when the NPFL used to be very, very, inconsistent. There were times when to go away from home to get a win or even a point was always like, it was a terrible thing because that the match officials will be in the pockets of certain people. I won't say more than that. Yeah. And then getting that kind of win on the road was always very, very difficult. But things have changed since the NPFL board made some adjustments there. We have to thank Benga Elebele and then of course Dave Snowumi, the chief operating officer of the NPFL. And it's been wonderful. Every season we've been seeing very, very few incidents compared with last season. But what's your thoughts so far on the NPFL this season? And Rangers are the defending champions. We don't know if they will defend their title because we're looking at Remo Stars, Rivers United. We're looking at Eimba also, who are also in the mix. They have 2 games in hand. So what's your take? How do you see this match weekend panning out?
Okay, like you said, the NPFL has really transformed very well, in the time past, you don't guarantee winning anybody at their home. You understand? But now you see teams going away, getting win, even teams losing in their own home. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like Rangers, the last time, I think they played a 3-3 draw with what was it again?
4-3.
It was
Yeah.
good.
To
Well,
Canopy,
they-
yes.
they lost to
4-3.
Canopy, yeah.
You know, so things like that, it really shows that we are getting it right.
Yeah.
And we'll keep getting it right. But the only one or two complaints I've heard in coaches forum where we are, most times they complain about playing away to Rivers United.
Mm.
The stories coming up from that angle is not all that good. So I will beg that if they should actually look at what people are complaining about Rivers United playing home.
Okay.
It's like a must win for them at home, and I don't understand why that should be. You understand?
Okay.
Any team that is better than you should beat you at home.
Yeah.
You understand? Then for this week, you know, Canopy will be playing without like 8 of their key players.
Wow.
So let me see if those people who have been itching to play will actually step into the shoes of those guys that moved for chat. You
Yes.
understand? And see if they can actually play and keep the momentum in Canopy game. Then for dear Daddy Rangers, no, I'm from Imo. I'm from Imo
But you're
State.
here.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love Rangers.
Yeah.
No joke. I love Rangers. And their match against Heartland, I was there. We supported them. My team from Enugu had to travel to Owerri,
Yes.
Strikers Academy International FC, to support Rangers. In fact, we were the ones occupying the Rangers stand that day. The governor was there. It was a very good game that day. And we got a draw. So I believe Rangers will do everything possible with the kind of coach they have, who is also on assignment at the Super Eagles.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So that's
believe
it.
they will do everything to retain that being on the third place at this very level. It's not that they should be written off. They still have
Yeah, a long way
It's,
to go.
it's no mean feat. So I'm going to come to Coach Mike on this. You know, this is very, very true. What you pointed out is very important. But just to bring in the issue of the Chan tournament, the Chan Eagles that are playing, and what many have been clamoring for a very long time. When I talk about many, I mean those who are genuine fans of football, who, despite their allegiance to one club or the other, love to see good football being played and also want the interest of the Nigerian league to be promoted. Someone like one of the most influential players in the NPFL over the past few seasons, actually for a very long time right now, has to be Rabi Ali. The 44-year-old. I have to emphasize.
That is still banging goals every season.
So, Coach Mike, what's your take? How do you describe the influence of Rabi Ali right now? Just in about a minute, how do you describe his influence and how much of a sore miss is going to be to, say, Mesugida in this game that they're going to play?
Well, to me, Rabi Ali is a miss too. You go out there, you watch Luka Modric, you come to Nigeria, you need to come and watch Rabi Ali.
Yes, I agree,
He's a miss
100%.
too,
Yeah.
no doubt. He will be missed by the Canopy lads. Very, very well, he will be missed. With their last game against Castana, they struggled a little bit. So, and I know they will keep on struggling because there's something like you build something around one person. He has been there for seasons. Rabi Ali, despite his age, how many number 10 can still push him out from that Canopy last team? None. So showing that he's good at what he's doing. So he will be missed at the Canopy last team. So that is it.
Okay, that's really wonderful. So I think we're going to have to move on to the next point because that's the major reason these gentlemen are here with us right now. We want to talk about the Uche Henry Agbo tournament, and that's going to be kicking off by tomorrow. There are going to be 4 teams that will be involved. I know that the final is going to be between Ingas FC and Matthias Efe. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so please just tell us a bit more about. Let's know what's the Uche Henry Agbo tournament all about. The Fiesta that will kick off tomorrow. And is this the first edition?
No.
Okay, just let us know. The third.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Please just give us a background, very brief background of the tournament and what's involved in it.
Okay, Uche Henry Agbo is a one-time Super Eagles player. He's a Nigerian international. Currently now he's playing for FC Aktobe, Kazakhstan. So he's in town now. Now he will be gracing the grand final for the first time tomorrow. This is the 3rd edition. And this is the very first time he will be present at the final to witness what he has been doing. It's a call for humanity because he stands to gain nothing. He has been helping the youths, creating opportunities for them. Players who play in the 1st, 2nd edition, some of the team have their players now playing in higher division. Nigerian Pro 1, the NPFL, of course. So he has been trying for the youth at large. So it's a competition we started earlier November, and it's coming to an end tomorrow with a curtain raiser match. It's actually a game to draw people out so that you watch before the men grand final. So it's a curtain raiser between Great Achievers under 16 versus J-Love under 16. That's how it's going to be before the men final between a 2 NLO1 team, Ingas FC versus Matthias FA. Ingas are the defending champion. They won the previous edition, and showing how strong they are back in the final. So we are going to see a very, very good football tomorrow, and it will be a battle of the amateur one. So the price tag we are looking at is total of 1 million naira. 700,000 will go to the first prize, and 300,000 will go to the second prize, with other gifts: MVP, highest goal scorer, best goalkeeper, the best 11 of the tournament. We have been given MOTM, the man of the match of the tournament, from every match. So the organizers are really trying. The tournament is something people should come and witness. So I'll leave my colleague to tell us more and how far. He's also a coach that participated in the tournament and also one of the organizers.
Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Like you said, tomorrow's game is really a game that no one should actually miss. In fact, I will ask the entire for Enugu to be there. Yeah. At least there is no gate fee. It's free.
Oh, just FOC.
Yeah, just FOC, just free. Okay. And you enjoy yourself.
Christmas came early today.
So, like you said, I was also a coach of one of the teams that participated, and we lost out in the semi-finals. One of the highest semi-finals that I've ever witnessed as a coach. Then 10 penalty kicks was taken.
10-10?
Yes.
What was this full-time draw? What was the full-time score?
Goalless.
Wow.
Against Matthias FC. Matthias FA.
So it was really a clash of
the final is this
Matthias are coming from Ebony State.
And I go from Ebony State.
Wow.
So it was a game. In fact, my team, they did their best. They stayed through from the group stage up to the semi-final stage.
No, be my mind did that one.
And, it's painful though. I would love to be in the final.
But sometimes we don't always have it our way.
Yeah. So, and I want to really congratulate Uche Agbo.
Yes.
You understand? He has been doing a wonderful job. I was there the first season. I lost to him at the final, at the first season.
Okay.
Yeah, I came second while he took the first position. While the second season, the both of us were nowhere to be found.
Okay.
So, but for 3 consecutive years now, this young man has been keeping these young guys busy. When you watch the tournament, you see talent. You see boys. You see people playing their heart out for their various teams. Then imagine this year, even Rangers under 19 participated. They are part of the teams that participated this year. And so many other big teams in Enugu. So he's really doing a good job, and I pray that God will continue to strengthen him and give him all he deserves.
Okay, thank you very much. So just as a reminder before we go on a quick break, it's this Great Achievers will under 16 will play against J Love under 16 for the curtain raiser. That is by 1 p.m. That's more like the appetizer by 1 p.m. And then of course the final match is up against Ingas. I know Ingas FC. I know the owner very well. He's a good friend and brother of mine. So Ingas FC up against Matthias FC by 3 p.m. And the venue is St. Patrick's Secondary School Field, MNA Enugu, and it's going to be on the 15th of December. So please, everybody who is involved in this, who loves football, grassroots football at this level, make sure you find your way to St. Patrick's Secondary School Field, MNA Enugu, before 1 p.m. because of course the first game kicks off by 1 p.m. And that's the 3rd edition of the Uche Henry Agbo football Fiesta. It's going to be a wonderful one. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming here. Rest assured that we'll do our best to be there tomorrow. And then also to cheer on the guys. And it's going to be a fantastic game. 2 fantastic games, I believe. Thank you very much for being on set. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go on a very, very quick break. And after this break, we'll fly straight. I mean, my private jet is warming up right now. We're going to be flying straight to Europe to discuss things. I don't know why they're laughing.
To the Emirates. No, I'm with you. To the
Emirates. To the Emirates. And then we'll stop off for some other areas. But we're going straight to Europe. And when we land in Europe, we're going to do
some strategic places.
Strategic. Divine, you shouldn't talk. Go and fish of information. All right. Thank you very much. We will be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Afia Sports Show on Afia TV. Of course, you're viewing us on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. And we've been discussing sports today, looked at the NPFL, and then we still have on set gentlemen, coaches, Coach Mike and Coach Kanu, for the Uche Henry Agbo Invitational Tournament that will be kicking off tomorrow. And then we have Divine. Please, we'll check him very well whether he has any divination tools on him, because I'm not smiling in this regard. But we've landed. We just got on a flight and we landed right now. As you can see, I'm feeling a bit jet lagged. We're in England right now, and we're going straight to the EPL. The English Premier League, another very, very competitive league. This season has been very, very funny. One of the things that makes people smile, some smile, and then of course some wonder what's going on. Manchester City have been very, very inconsistent because of issues. And don't tell me Rodri is the only reason. But we're going to look first of all at the fixtures this weekend, the EPL, English Premier League. Wonderful games are coming up right now, and we're looking at that match week 16 of the English Premier League. We have Arsenal up against Everton. That's the first game by 3 p.m. and it's going to be at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal will be hoping to do the damage against Everton and then give themselves some breathing space against Liverpool, who will be playing against Fulham at Anfield, hosting Fulham at Anfield. Newcastle United will be welcoming Leicester City at the St. James's Park, and the Wolverhampton Wanderers will be welcoming Ipswich at the Molineux Stadium. Then Nottingham Forest up against Aston Villa. That's going to be a Midlands derby in the English Premier League. And then Brighton and Hove Albion will be hosting Crystal Palace. Manchester City, that is the match of the weekend. And it's going to be tomorrow, Sunday. So it's the match of the weekend. Manchester City against Manchester United at Etihad. Man United will be licking their lips. Ruben Amorim will be thinking about how to do further damage to Manchester City, to Pep Guardiola's Man City. And you have Chelsea hosting Brentford. That's a London derby. And Southampton will be trying their luck against Tottenham Hotspur, a very inconsistent team indeed. And then Bournemouth will be hosting West Ham United. Those are the fixtures. Now, looking at the table, we see that Liverpool are still on top of the log. Once the table is coming in a few seconds, yeah. And Liverpool are top of the log after 14 games. They have 35 points. Chelsea are second. Chelsea, surprise package so far for the season, and rightly so. Very, very big surprise. But I'm not surprised. I'm not particularly surprised about that. Enzo Maresca has been doing a very good job. And then Mikel Arteta, a man that I like so much because of his dynamism and what he brings to the table. Arsenal are third on the log, 29 points. And Man City, surprisingly to many, are fourth on the log. And it doesn't look like they are even stable in that fourth position. Then Nottingham Forest, another surprise package, are fifth on the log. Aston Villa are sixth on the log. And Brighton and Hove Albion, seventh. Bournemouth, eighth. Then Brentford are ninth. Fulham have been having a good season right now, thanks to some of the additions. Michael Iwobi Alex Iwobi has been there. Yeah. And then, of course, Reece Nelson, who unfortunately is now injured for the next 3 months. He's going to be missing out. But Emil Smith-Rowe also, that Arsenal connection, they've been doing a very good job. Raul Jimenez leading that line. But we'll see how far they go. Then the second half of the table, on top of the log, in the second half, Tottenham Hotspur are there. And then Newcastle United are 12th on the log. Manchester United are 13th. Will their fortunes revolve from there? Well, time will tell. West Ham United are 14th on the log. And then Everton are 15th on the log. Leicester City are 16th. And then Crystal Palace 17th. Ipswich 18th. And then 19th, Wolverhampton Wanderers, who have the worst defense so far. They consider more goals than any other team in the English Premier League. And Southampton, the basement boys, are feeling like Atlas nowadays, carrying the whole of the EPL on their shoulders. So this is another very, very important weekend in the world of football, because the EPL has been bringing up many surprises. I know one of the biggest surprises that we've seen in EPL in recent weeks had to be that trip to Etihad where Tottenham Hotspur blasted Man City out of the water. 11 against 11, 4 unreplied goals. 4 replied goals. And we've had some other very, very important results, like Liverpool almost seem to be running away with the title. It's still too early, but the only loss that they recorded so far, in this season, was against Nottingham Forest at Anfield. So really, so many surprises, so many things coming up here. But what are your standout fixtures, and what's been your impression so far? But let's start with Divine. What's been your impression so far concerning the EPL? The EPL has been very, very interesting. I think for me, I don't know if others have another view about that, but for me, the only major talking point that has a lot of controversy has to be VAR and decisions. Like when you remember Simon Coote being sacked by the PGMOL for obvious infractions, and then the derogatory remarks he made concerning Jurgen Klopp at certain points, and then of course snorting some white powder. I won't call the name of that white powder allegedly, but so many things have been happening. That's the first major scapegoat. But the VAR has not covered themselves in a lot of glory. But apart from the VAR, what are your thoughts concerning the English Premier League so far this season? And then, of course, we'll also talk about the fixtures. What are the standout fixtures for this weekend for you?
Yeah. First of all, I'll talk about the standout fixtures.
Okay.
And we all know it's the Manchester derby.
Yeah.
In as much as they both are not in good form, let's just say it now. Their results for the past 10 games have actually been nothing to write home about. The most surprising is that of Pep Guardiola. Like, everyone is like, is this the Pep Guardiola we know, or is something else going on? Well, we'll see as it unfolds. For the fun thing there is that I think every coach should try to make his head bowed, because I think the bowed-headed coaches are actually the ones paving the way now. And a Slot is a Liverpool coach, is bowed-headed.
Arteta has a full head of hair.
I was coming to that. The Chelsea's coaches, Maresca has a bowed head. The only person disappointing us is Pep Guardiola. He's on the 4th place, still bowed-headed, but still on the top 4. But with that being said, that's that. Then, Manchester derby. Well, I don't even know what to say about that game, seriously, because both of them, we might see teamwork between the two teams. Maybe De Bruyne passing to Bruno Fernandes, and then Bruno Fernandes passing to Kyle Walker, and then Kyle Walker shooting it for Nana to hold, and it's going to be a friendly game. I don't know. But, anyway, let's just see how it goes. But for me, I would actually tip, maybe because Manchester City is still in 4th place, I might want to give them that benefit of doubt that Manchester City may actually squeeze out a win there. Because, they've actually, since for the past 3 seasons, they've been ruling the Premier League. If I'm correct, they've been ruling the Premier League for the past 3 seasons. So because of that, I might just say, okay, they might just squeeze out the win. By the way, they still have a good caliber of players. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Right now, Man City actually has a better caliber of players than Manchester United, so to speak. So, but let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, I like the way you said, let's just see how it goes. And I'm not even going to make reference to the Gorimapa WhatsApp group that you just opened up right now. It has a good number of Gorimapa coaches that are there. That's by the way. I don't know why Divine is laughing. But that notwithstanding, they had a very, very solid group of crop of players, that is Man City.
Yeah.
But let's not forget that you're only as good as your last game. And then also when you check the last fixture between these two, Man U came out on top. And that was the FA Cup final. And they still had Rodri then. Now they don't have Rodri. Now they have a Kevin De Bruyne who seems to be out of sorts based on his former self, what he's been bringing to the table. You're looking at a team that has Kyle Walker, who has each catching up with him. Kyle Walker is has been one of the best right backs in world football, but he's 34. Ilkay Gundogan returned to the team from Barcelona after just that one season spell. Yeah. He's also 34. A good number of the players are in their 30s, and that should be troublesome. You talk about experience, but that sometimes could be an Achilles heel for them because the game is very, very dynamic. So many youngsters are trying to get themselves in the reckoning. So I think that aside, Manchester United will fancy their chances against Man City. That's what I think. Anything can happen. You throw form out of the window. But that notwithstanding, I'll just switch to one of the other standout fixtures. And it's a good thing we have an Arsenal fan in our midst right now. So we're going to talk to Coach Kanu. Yes, and it's fitting that his nickname is Coach Kanu because one of the legendary players for Arsenal has to be Nwankwo Kanu, our very own Papilo.
Yeah. Yes.
So, you look at Arsenal up against Everton. That game is going to be by 3 p.m. today. Is it? Sorry, 4 p.m. actually. Okay. 4 p.m. today. Arsenal up against Everton at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal for the first time in quite a while, surprisingly, got a league double over Everton last season. And they sealed that in this same fixture, last day of the season, where they competed to the last day. And they had not done that in a very, very long time. So, kudos to them for that. But they've strengthened in many areas. They've had one or two injury worries and all that. But when you check it very well, Arsenal are still in the mix somehow. They are third on the log for a reason. It's the brilliance of Liverpool that keeps them in that third position, and also the brilliance and consistency of Chelsea. And of course the lackluster approach of Man City towards games because of the issues that they've been having. But right now, you look at this game. What are your thoughts, Coach Kano? What are your thoughts regarding this game? Where do you think Arsenal can, get something in this game against Everton? Because Everton are fighting for their lives. They know that they don't want to get involved in another relegation dogfight. So they want to, clutch at straws and then, really get under Arsenal's skin. But what do Arteta's boys have to do to stop that? And on the flip side, what about Sean Dyche? What do you think Sean Dyche, that's the manager of Everton, is going to have to do to at least spoil the Emirates party today?
Well, I don't even intend for him to spoil any party at the Emirates today.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know at the back line of Arsenal, we have series of injury problems. We have the likes of
Gabriel
Magalhaes,
Magalhaes,
that is not available. We have Tomiyasu, we have Ben White. These guys are not available. But he would have been surprisingly for the past 2 games or 3 games now.
It's not been a surprise to me because he's playing in his preferred position as a left-sided centre back.
Yeah, but judging from previous seasons, he commits lots of errors.
When he was on the left side, playing as a left back. So that's really, I think,
he's actually
some benefit.
holding up the game now. He's doing well. Then the young guy we feel at the Champions League game. What was that?
That's Miles Lewis Kelly.
Yeah,
fantastic player.
Also
fantastic
doing
player.
a nice job. So with these guys at the back line, I think they can support the midfields of Rice, Merino, and Odegaard.
Yeah.
And then we always play a first line.
Yes,
so you don't even know who you are up front. So if you tend to hold on to Havertz, Saka will do the damage. Then the last angle again, if you tend to hold on to Saka, Martinelli or Trossard will also do the damage. And one thing is that the EPL is filled with, the beauty of it is that you cannot actually say this is the result yet when it comes to English Premier League. You can't say for sure. The first game was Shandai in Everton. We lost that game.
Yes, I remember.
If you remember, we lost, and that was, in fact, it was heartbreaking that day for me. You understand? So I want them to actually take this game so serious and beat them, because the position they are now is not actually where they want to be.
Okay.
We've been second, like for 2 seasons, and we need to actually take this game on today. I do say this. You see the Chelsea team, with the crop of young boys that they have, and if these boys we should keep them consistently for
gel together.
You see, like I do say, you see next season, Chelsea will be a team to beat.
Exactly. I've been saying that for a very long time.
No joke. With this present team, and if they should allow this coach to continue what he's doing, Chelsea
and build on this is tactics.
Chelsea will be a team to beat. Yeah, surprisingly they are at second position. Nobody saw all this is coming. But look at where they are. Then for Man City, you said it all. Age is on their side, and for English Premier League, you have your bad seasons, and you have your good seasons. They've enjoyed. I don't pity them. No, seriously, they've enjoyed good seasons for like 4 seasons.
He's not. What are you saying? From the time Guardiola came, after his first season, because
so they should feel what others are feeling.
Okay, that's turn by turn actually.
Yes, so they should feel it. And moreover, their major problem, like you said, is that age thing. That's the major problem.
Because we all know Man City, when they get back in form, we all know how dangerous they suddenly become.
Look at it. Then one other thing that people are not actually seeing is the problem of Haaland. Ever since Haaland made a sarcastic statement.
Okay, stay humble.
Stay humble,
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think he has scored only 2 goals, or what?
2.
2, right? And he keep missing goals that, normal Haaland.
Decisive goals. Like in the Champions League, the one that De Bruyne dropped for me.
Is it safe to assume that you're saying he should go and apologize to Arteta?
Seriously, he needs to.
I mean, but Arteta should lay hands on him or something.
No. For him as a player, that is actually so.
He shouldn't speak to a coach like that, whether he's your coach or an opponent
I watched
coach.
a documentary about his dad.
Yes.
Alfing Haaland.
He played for Man City.
Exactly.
And his leg was broken by Roy Keane.
And before that incident, Roy Keane went on a tackle and missed the tackle, then sustained injury on his own self. Instead of the man to be sympathetic with Roy Keane, he was abusive. He said he felt humiliated. And after he recovered, I think it was in 2001,
Yeah,
His
to-
first game
to-
was not against Man City. And Haaland's father was there too.
To play.
He decided that he's going to end the guy's career. He was going to end the guy's career.
Yes.
He gave him a tackle that ended his career and he collected a red and he repeated the same word to him. Now, if you look at these two men, the father and son, they
Deja
are
vu.
arrogant.
Yes.
So he has not learned from his father's mistakes. Haaland is an arrogant player, seriously. Whether he's scoring goals.
For the record, sorry, because we are running out of time. For the record, I just want to make it clear. We here on Afia TV are not proponents of vengeance. Because the vengeance is mine,
No,
I'll repay. So please, whatever issues they have, we're not saying that anybody should go
I'm
and
just
play.
going
These things will happen, yeah.
join the line.
Okay.
He needs to change his ways.
Yes, he does, he really does. But very quickly, just in 30 seconds, just tell us, because I'm going to hear the thoughts of Coach Mike before we move very quickly to the next two. We're going to go to La Liga and then have a very quick break and then finish up proceedings. But no, I want to ask this question: how good is Bukayo Saka? Now, understand where I'm coming from. How good? Because I think it was Rio Ferdinand last season that said, if my memory serves me right, he said that Phil Foden is world class, but Saka is not world class. Now, the Foden in question, I think in 10 or 11 games, he has not recorded a goal or an assist in the
goal
EPL
drought
so far.
happening right now.
Serious goal drought is suffering, but Saka has been powering on, moving from glory to glory, and he's not put a foot wrong since. It's been a long while, some seasons now, since Saka, he's been consistent.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts in just 30 seconds? How good is this boy, Bukayo Saka?
Extremely good.
Okay.
He's extremely good because in fact, he don't get the accolade he's supposed to get.
deserves,
Don't give
yeah.
him the deserve. Listen, you know,
His flowers.
they hype more of the other guys than him. And he has been consistent, like you said.
Yes.
Take away Saka from Arsenal team, he will have issues. Just like if you take away Odegaard too,
Yes.
From the
will have
middle.
issues.
Yeah.
You understand? That guy has been delivering both at international scene and club
And
side.
club side.
He has been consistent and a regular player.
Okay.
So he's very good.
Okay, so Coach Mike, just in a minute now, you've looked at the fixtures. I know you have some strong thoughts regarding Man City, that the Manchester derby, and then also the Arsenal game. But amongst all these games that I mentioned, is there any standout fixture to you? Is there any? What are your thoughts concerning this EPL?
We all are focusing on the Manchester derby. We forgot that we have a London derby.
Yes.
Chelsea Brentford.
Oh yeah, Chelsea Brentford. Okay.
We are not writing Brentford out. Brentford is a strong team, Bemo and co.
Yes.
And they have been on Chelsea's neck
They are ninth on the log, and
for the past seasons. I think Chelsea did not beat them last season.
Yeah.
So it's another derby, and it will be a strong match. Then coming to Manchester, one thing about Pep Guardiola, Pep has ruled football for years. So whatever that is happening to him now is what, from the coaches dimension now, this is what he has been doing. It has been working for him. So people are going to understudy him. People are going to study
And
him.
understand the
Watch the
tactics.
good coaches now we have. Most of them came through Pep. And you see, this is almost the same pattern of football, except you will now add few things. Building up from the goalkeeper, center back, opening up to play. That's just the same thing. So for me, we are still going to see more of him, except he goes back to the drawing board and change one or two things. And then the players, that's all I have to say.
Okay, I think you have to hold that thought. Let's just go on a very, very quick break. And we want to warm up, whet our appetite for the Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga, and then, of course, the French League 1, when we return on Afia Sports Show. Welcome back to Afia Sports Show on Afia TV. Of course, we're on DSTV channel 254 and Go TV channel 17, I beg your pardon. And we are going to continue from where we stopped. I was talking with Coach Mike. We have here, of course, I'm Chichi the Rabbi, your host, and then we have our co-host Divine is here, and then we have our guest today, referring to the persons of Coach Kanu and Coach Mike. And we're discussing with Coach Mike regarding the EPL, but we've moved swiftly. We've just taken a train and moved from England and gone to Spain. We're in sunny Spain right now, where the Spanish La Liga is kicking off this weekend as usual. And then we have the fixtures on the screen in a jiffy, where we're going to look at the Spanish La Liga games that will be played this weekend. So we're just waiting for those fixtures to come up in just a few seconds, because some big games will be showing right now. Barcelona are going to be in action this weekend. Real Madrid will be in action also, but it begins match day 17, begins with Real Valladolid up against Valencia. Valencia have been reeling from the problems that they had. They actually had the game yesterday. The game was played yesterday. The result, I think, Valladolid won Valencia yesterday. No, I beg your pardon. They won, I think it was 1-0 or 2-1. I'll verify the exact scores, but they won. I know that Valladolid won Valencia yesterday. And then today, the games continue with Espanyol, RCD Espanyol Barcelona. They are a Catalonian club. That's why you have the full name. Barcelona. Up against Osasuna. And then Sevilla FC will play in RC Celta Vigo. And then the Madrid derby, not the Madrid derby, but a Madrid derby. Rayo Vallecano are going to be hosting Real Madrid, the defending champions. And RCD Mallorca will be hosting Girona FC in the La Liga. And then we're going to have Atletico de Madrid. This is another Madrid derby where Atletico Madrid will be facing Getafe. And then Villarreal will be hosting, the Submarine Boys will be hosting Real Betis. And then FC Barcelona are going to be hosting Leganes and Deportivo Alaves. Now, these games from Villarreal, from Atletico Madrid to the ones we're calling right now are going to be on Sunday tomorrow. So Deportivo Alaves will be hosting Athletic Club, and Real Sociedad will round off proceedings against Las Palmas. Remember Las Palmas, who went to Catalonia and then shocked Barcelona, who are in form, and beat them there on their home turf. So Las Palmas, surprise package, but we see a lot of things happen in the world of football. And as we go to the table, we'll see how the table looks. The La Liga table, Barcelona sitting pretty on top there with 31, with the goal difference, although with 38 points, with a very, very healthy goal difference of 31. Real Madrid have a -10 goal difference, relative to Barcelona, but they are second with a game in hand with 36 points. So it's still Madrid. They are still in the mix. And Atletico de Madrid, these are the three usual suspects that are there. Atletico Madrid are third. Athletic Club, Athletic Bilbao are fourth. Villarreal, fifth. Real Sociedad, sixth. And Osasuna, seventh. Mallorca, eighth. Girona, ninth. And Celta Vigo, 10th. Real Betis, 11th. Rayo Vallecano, 12th. And Sevilla are 13th. Las Palmas are 14th. Getafe, 15th. Deportivo Alaves, 16th. Leganes, 17th. Espanyol, 18th. Valencia, surprisingly in the relegation zone, but that's where they are, 19th. And Valladolid are 20th. Basement boys. So very, very quickly, in just 30 seconds, because we're running out of time, Coach Mike, what are your thoughts? You're a Barcelona sympathizer or supporter, I don't know. But what are your thoughts concerning Barcelona's prospects for the season? They're going to be hosting, I think, Leganes. Yeah. And it's going to be, I want to assume that they are not going to take that game for granted, because the last time a less fancy team visited them, we all know how that ended.
Well, Hansi Flick, he started off good, but towards the last previous 3-4 games, mostly when Yamal Barcelona started shaking. So I'm just afraid that what happened to them when Messi was there won't happen to them again. So they are trying to put all their eggs in one basket. So, and I think it will be very, very hard for the young boy to carry all these things. So that's it.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. Oh, Coach Carlo, so you're okay, right? You're okay. It's okay. No, sorry about that. Now let's go into Divine. Now this I know you're a Barcelona supporter, not sympathizer. You're also a Barcelona sympathizer and supporter, but all the same, we're not going to take Barcelona's issue right now. Real Madrid are going to be playing against Rayo Vallecano, in the Madrid derby. Madrid are the defending champions. We know that Don Carlo has done a fantastic job with this team. But what are your thoughts concerning the game and what they stand to gain, what they're going to do? What are your thoughts? How do you think this is going to pan out? Madrid have a game in hand, and they can't afford to drop points if they want to rest or rather retain the title and stop Barcelona from sweeping it away from them.
Okay, they started this season a bit shaky, yes. But it's just like the opposite direction, but Barcelona started strong and now they are kind of shaky. Now Madrid started shaky, now they are kind of gelling with each other. What I'm trying to say is that Barcelona should actually the thing is that Madrid is actually a strong team, but let's see how it goes.
Okay, let's just take a very, very quick break. And we're going to be right back in a few seconds. We need to sort out one or two things. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. Okay, welcome back to the Afia Sports Show on Afia TV. Sorry for that break in transmission. We had to sort out something technical. And we are still on the La Liga, but we are moving very, very quickly at the speed of light. We have done justice. I'm sorry, Atletico Madrid fans. I'm sorry, Villarreal fans. I'm sorry, Valencia fans. I'm sorry, Athletic Bilbao fans. You know we have a good number of fans out there. But the reality on ground is that more often than not, La Liga has 4 teams, actually 3 teams, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and others. Sorry about that. But all the same, we're moving very, very quickly to the Italian Serie A. Now, we have to move to Italian Serie A because we have many representatives. Agbo himself is there. Ademola Lookman, sitting pretty on top with Atalanta. Let's go to the fixtures very, very quickly and see the fixtures for the Italian Serie A this season. We have a table, first of all, before we go to the fixtures. The table there, Atalanta are sitting pretty on top. And of course, incoming, argue with your keypad. Incoming, the incoming African Player of the Year, hopefully on Monday in Marrakesh. He's going to be named as African Player of the Year. That is our hope. That is our desire. Let's pray. Oh man, you're going to church tomorrow. Soak that chaplet in that holy water very well because he has to be the next man after Agbabola himself. That is Victor Osimhen. So Atalanta are on top of the log with 34 points and Napoli second on the log. Inter Milan, the defending champions, are third on the log. Fiorentina and Lazio and Juventus, Milan, Bologna, Udinese, Empoli, and then Roma, Empoli actually makes up the top 10. And then Roma, AS Roma, Torino, Parma, Genoa, Cagliari, Lecce. And then I think that should be Como. That's Fabregas for Como.
Yeah.
And then Verona, Hellas Verona. They make up the Italian Serie A. And then let's look at the fixtures very, very quickly at the Italian Serie A. We have Empoli, who played yesterday against Torino. I think Torino won away from a 1-0. I remember that vividly. Torino got the win against Empoli. And then today we have by 3 p.m. Atalanta playing against Cagliari. Ademola Lookman is the man of the moment and we hope he's going to pull his strings as usual. And then Udinese will be hosting Napoli. And then Juventus will be hosting Venezia. That's Venezia. And then Lecce will be hosting Monza. And then this from Sunday now, Lecce, Monza. Bologna will be hosting the Viola. That is Fiorentina. Parma will be hosting Verona. And then Como, Fabregas Como, will be hosting AS Roma. And of course, Roma is where Spalletti, not Spalletti, this man, Claudio Ranieri is there in Roma. And then Milan, AC Milan will be hosting Genoa. And then the defending champions, Internazionale, will be traveling from San Siro to the Stadio Olimpico to face Lazio. So these fixtures that are there, what's your take? Very, very quickly. Let's go to Divine right now. What's the standout fixture there? And what do you think is going to happen?
Please, I'm rooting for my brother, Ademola Lookman, Atlanta versus
Last time I checked, you're not Yoruba.
But I'm Nigerian, why not?
I like that.
And we are one.
It detribalized Nigeria.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what we want
We are
more
one.
and more, really. That's
so for me, there's nothing more to say. Just Atlanta versus Cagliari. And I hope Atlanta just beats them and down. With Ademola Lookman scoring and being man of the match.
Okay.
Simple.
I think it's safe to say that we all agree. We're on the same page.
Of course.
Okay. Time will not permit us to move to the next point, but we'll just have to say, time is up. We cannot talk about the German Bundesliga and the French League. They will sort out themselves by themselves. But thank you very much. It has been wonderful. And of course, we remain on Afia TV. We are here on Afia TV. Just stay tuned just connect with our socials. You always find us on our social media platform, Afia Sports. On all the social media platforms. Just going to get where the conversation continues and stay tuned. We will give you the full run-in on what's going to happen. Remember, Monday is going to be a cracking one for the CAF Player of the Year. We are going to be rooting for Ademola Lookman and hopefully Chiamaka Nnadozie will also be there. So until that time, until next Saturday, where we're going to give you a lot of news about the world of sports, and then from a standpoint of victory, I remain myself, Shishi the Rabbi, and with the great guys in the house, signing out.